Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to another video. I know I have not been making videos for a while now. That's mainly because it's the fault of the partners that we have. No, a lot of work. So that's why I haven't made more videos. But this particular video is something that I saw on the Brain Directories group on Facebook, and I could understand why it's complicated in the beginning, how to customize your own form. So that mixed with a couple other questions that I saw in regards to forms, I thought, okay, I gotta make a video so people know how to customize, create, customize, and even set what displays where and when, okay, of a particular form or a form field. So let's start with permissions. All forms that you have on your site. So for example, here's my testing profile and have this basic information. Typically, the first form that you have in the dashboard is called the contact details form. That's the technical name of it. Then the second one, the following one is the photo related form. Okay, that basically holds just the form, the cover photo, the logo, all that. And then the next one is the additional details form, okay, or listing details form, depending on the how old your site is. And the last one is basically the about me. This one, the fifth one, only shows if you set up something specific on the membership level, which is the service areas. Okay, if you set the service areas, then you get this additional one. So I'm gonna be going through the forms. You can customize them, um, and this should help you, or at least give you an idea on how forms can be customized, set, etc., etc., etc. So let's start with the membership level. When you're customizing a membership level, let's just go to this one, for example. There's a particular area where you say which forms are going to be used here on this dashboard of the member. Okay. Well, before I get there, this part, the profile page, that's a public profile here. So this basically tells the system, okay, in which position I want to see some information here. Okay, so if you want to see the contact details information first, or you want to see, let me show you what I mean with this. Let me go to the my members. Let me see which one I am. I'm membership plan 1. Okay, beautiful. Let's go there. And we're gonna say, well, I want the map. Okay, I want the map to show first. And then, yeah, the quotes. If I had a user quote like that big text that says, you can always do it, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's put the contact details here, then listing details, then maybe the areas there, and that's it. Those four. I'm gonna save this. Look at the order. I got the map, the contact details information, the listing details, and all that. I'm gonna refresh here, and this part here is gonna change the order in which it shows the information. So that's important if you want to control which field areas or sections showing what order in the public profile. This is called the public profile of the member. Okay, even if it's a members only site, they still call the public profile because other members, or if it's public completely, other visitors can actually see the profile of the member or the product, whatever. So here you can see that I just set the order in which things show here. Okay, so I got the map, then the contact information, then this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so on and so forth. You can also set if you want to show specific things like show street address. No, and I don't want to show the phone number either. You disable those, you save, and if I refresh, those are gonna go away. So see, you don't have any address information, and you don't have address information there. It's funny because you got the map and you're like, aha. So just take that into consideration. And that's why you have an option here somewhere that says show the map. Somewhere in there. I forgot where it is. But if you don't want to show that whole section as the map, you can hide it here. Anyway, coming back to the members dashboard, which is this. here's where you say which forms are going to show where in what order. Okay, so for the contact details section, that's this one, the first one. You want to use this form. Here's a custom one, big. You can use the default ones here. Okay. For the additional details, you want to use something there. For the about me, you want to use something there. And here's where you select which form you want to use, either from the default ones that you have or the ones that you've customized already. I already customized those. So um, let me give you an idea. So if I go here and I say, well, I wanna use I don't know what's here, but let's just put that one there. And because this is the contact details section, which is the first form that members see, let's see what we have there. Okay, there we go. So the whole form just changed into this thing, whatever this is. Okay. So this is important because this way you'll know which forms you're supposed to be editing or customizing um, before you start, digging into the toolbox form manager, because you might have a bunch, but you don't know which one you're supposed to be editing. The particular typical case is when you're editing the contact details member form, when you should be editing the contact details general user form. For the general user or something like that. So that's a typical mistake, and you solve that by actually going to the membership level, looking at which form here on the members dashboard that specific membership level is using, and you're like, okay, so I gotta go to this specific form. Okay, so that solves the mystery of knowing which form you're supposed to be editing. Now we're going to edit the actual form. So we've got a toolbox, form manager, and some people could have, I don't know, 20, 30 custom forms. Um, in this particular case, we already know that this is the one that I've assigned to this membership level. So let's go to edit there. And one of the questions in the bin directories group was, how do we edit the labels? Like, how do we change that? So there's two things that you need to take into account when you're editing a field. The label. If you see the label with percentage, percent signs on the sides and all that, that means that this is a text label that can be found on settings text label. Okay, so if you see this, you see this, you see this, you see that one, so on and so forth, what you do is you come here and let's do the first name, okay? So here it says first name, and I can see it here, okay? This is first name. I copy that part. I go to settings text labels. Here it is. And here on the search, I paste that, what I'm searching for, and voila, that's what I get. So I'm gonna put first name, yup. Let's save that. And I refresh here, you're gonna see that the first name now says first name, yup. You should be playing around with this so you don't get to this problem. What problem you're talking about? The problem of, UX, UI kind of thing where it turns into two lines because it turns into a problem in some cases. So, play around with the words in the way that you want to show them. And if it doesn't fit there, here's where the other fields for each, here where the other attributes or properties can be taken into consideration when you're editing a specific field in the form. So when you click this gear icon, you get the extra information that you can put on that field. The placeholder will show whenever this is empty. So here you can put something along the lines of, please type or write your first name. Okay. The field help text is something that shows below it. Here be dragons. Write your first name. Okay. This one's, well, the default value is, just a default value when it starts. And these other ones are for customizing the specific field to show something with CSS or JavaScript or something. Okay. So let's refresh this. I'm gonna take this out. Well, let me see. Oh, I don't know if I have to clear my cache. Yeah, maybe. Let me clear my cache here. first name? There it is. Oh, I made a boo. I think I refreshed. Sorry. Okay, let's just put it here. Type your first name, please. Here is where you write first name. Name. I'm gonna save it, just double check here. Okay, there we go. So let me refresh. And here's that, let me show you. Here's that help text that we're talking about. So here's where you write your first, in the case that you can't put on the label, you can just explain the whole thing here. And the placeholder will always be shown whenever the field is empty. It's like another help tool there, or a little tooltip. Type your first name, please. There you go. Okay, so that helps you with that. And yeah. And here's the other thing. You see these display settings? Typically, these two are the ones that you're going to be playing around with. What do you mean? Well, if the input is enabled, you will visually see the field here on this form. If I disable this, for example, let's save it, this first name will go away. Okay, if I refresh, it goes away. Let's enable it, and you'll see that it'll be there. Oh my God. Okay, so that's why that refreshing effect is annoying. Okay, let's refresh. There's the first name. Now let me show you something. Do you see my first name here? No, right? Okay. Let's go to the first name again. If I find it. Okay, there it is. I'm going to enable this one. Display view. Display view. Let's refresh. Okay. Jesus, dude. And just refresh here. And now you're going to see my first name. See? So with that specific field, and this happens a lot. Some people want members to fill in a specific field, but they don't want that specific field to show to the public. The license, I don't know, an uploaded file that they did, some weird title, a little note that you put on the form, etc., etc. Those are the particular cases where you want to have the field but not show publicly. Not public. Let me show you what this does. Okay, let's refresh. Refresh here. And on some cases, you might want to change the label, the text. So on one end, I'm going to refresh here. It shows what you want the member to see. And on the public, you want the label to say something else. So that's where those different areas start to jump in and give you value in regards to that. That's included on the emails too. So let's say that you email somebody, but you don't want this field to say first name. You want it to say property owner, for example, or something like that. When you email that, when the email uses this first name value, it will rename the label for it to property, whatever you put there. Okay, so that way you can play around with uh, the the actual text that shows for that specific field, or you can play around with the actual field showing to the public or only on the dashboard, or you can play around again with the positioning of the form elements here, like I show you on the membership level. Okay, we can actually move them around if you wanted to, like I show you with the map up here or the map down there, or the contact details, and so on and so forth. So again, let's recap. You have the text labels to change a specific label. If you go to the form and you see these percent signs, okay, you now know that if you enable or disable this, that specific field goes away. If you enable or disable this one, that specific field goes away from the public. Here you can put some notes about what they're supposed to be filling in there, or what that they're not supposed to be filling in there. You can put a placeholder. in the case you don't want to do this, or even in the case that you don't want to show a label. You can put basically a placeholder just saying, hey, welcome, type your first name here. That's it. So I don't know, for space related reasons. Yeah, so there's a lot that you need to digest here. Um, so yeah, I think that's more than enough for a single video. So now you know a lot of things about the forms, which forms to use. Again, if you customize a form here, you had a new form and you want to assign that form to a specific membership level, remember that you have to go to that membership level, members dashboard, and for that particular area, basic information, additional details about me, which are the ones I show here, um, you go here and you select that custom form or whatnot, okay, whatever you wanted to do there, okay. There is a shortcut, by the way, I forgot about this one. So let's say that you want to edit this one. Like you go to the membership level, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is the one that I want to edit. You click there. That's it. Takes you directly to that form that you want to edit, assuming it's customized. If it's not customized, you're going to see this. And you see this because you have the option to customizing it. If we actually go to a custom form like this one, you can see on the custom listing forms. If I click on it, it actually takes me directly to the to the area where you're supposed to be editing them. This is a little bit annoying, the previews, because they make, I don't know if you can perceive that, but it makes the whole thing a little bit slower. Um, it would be better if this took you directly inside the form, not directly into the list where that form is. Let me see. There you go. Lastly, and for particular sites, one last thing here, one last tip is, let's say that all your members are going to be company. Okay, all your members are going to be individual, or all your members are going to be on the same profession ID, like top level category. There's a trick that you can do. So what you can do is just hide the field, hidden field, okay? And on the, because it's, okay, I need to show you this. I'm hiding the top category here. Best describes you, okay? Chocolate. I'm going to put a 1 here, 2 here, and 3 here. Okay, that's the profession ID. The profession ID for my test inside just chocolate flavor. I mean flavors there. I'm gonna save this, and this is the hidden field. Okay, it's supposed to show on the, supposed to apply on the form, but it's hidden away. So it is on the form, but it's hidden away. So the way that I could see it is by clicking here, inspect, and then scrolling to where it says hidden. See, profession ID, and you can see the profession ID here. But I wanted to show you this because I want to show you something. The actual value of the field, if it's hidden away, it's shown here. Value 1. And I want to show you something. You have the default field value, which is 3. You have the placeholder, which is 2. And you have the field label, which is 1. If you hide a field, the actual value comes from the field label. Now, it's not from the default one. Okay? Why? Because if you hide it, there's no point of you having to open this and doing your thing here. So it's it's more, it should be here. I mean, this should get renamed automatically if you select hidden field, or just say field label hidden field value. Maybe that would actually help a little bit more. But it's the value from the field label that gets kicked in when you hide something. And you will hide it because, for example, in this particular case, you have a single top category and you don't want people having to select the only one that they have to pick always. So you hide it and that will automatically select the one that you put here, which is just one. Let's say that all your members are companies or all your members are individuals. You go here, you select the hidden one, okay, and then you change this to company or you change that to individual, okay. That's pretty much it. Okay, so let me, I don't know what the hell that this one said, but anyway, I'll leave it like that. And that's pretty much it. So with this video, you just learn how to set the forms for the membership levels, how to customize the forms, how to hide forms, how to customize the label for them, how to customize the tooltip, little help that shows at the bottom, um, how to show them here and not show them here, how to set the field so they show in specific way the text for them, how the whole section can be moved down and up, and I think you pretty much are an expert now. I can give you a certificate now. So hope the video helps. Big hugs to everybody. Think positive as always.